I'm ABC News radio entertainment correspondent David Blaustein, joined by a man who has made a career out of playing doctors, at least recently, Mr. Peter Facinelli. How are you?
How are you doing, sir?
And things are going incredibly well for you, from what I understand.
Oh, thank you very much. I hope so.
Well, first of all, you're in a successful TV series, and then you're in this little series of movies about vampires.
Yes, the
Twilight
Saga.
Just in case you needed to be reminded.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Nurse Jackie first.
Okay,
because the new season is about to start up, and you have the incredibly talented Edie Falco on that show, and you play Dr. Fitch Cooper. What does he do?
Dr. Cooper, he's wow, Dr. Cooper, I guess he's the nemesis, I guess, to Nurse Jackie on this show. They butt heads a lot, but it's a weird relationship. It's very complex because last season he developed a crush on her, but it wasn't reciprocated. So he's kind of like the kid in third grade who has a crush on a girl who's it's not being reciprocated. So he ends up pulling the pigtails to get attention. So there's a weird love-hate thing going on between us, and it makes for a good comedy.
The whole process of doing this show, I know that you have a very talented cast as well. You know, you kind of stepped in it because no matter where you go, you surround yourself with a talented cast, and you don't even do it intentionally, do you?
No,
it just happens to you.
I try to work with good people. I've worked with really great people over my my career, so I'm excited to continue doing that. I always look to see. First, I say, I read the material and I say, is this something I'm passionate about? And then I say, who's involved? And then that kind of makes the decision factor easier whether I want to be a part of it or not.
Now, let's fast forward and talk about Twilight. Well, we're not really fast forwarding because you're in the middle of it. You already finished the third movie.
Yeah.
And what can we look forward to in the third movie?
I'm excited about Eclipse because it's my favorite book. In the series, each book kind of progressively the action grows, and it all comes to a pinnacle in Eclipse. And as a guy, you love the love stories are great, but for me, I always love when the action is infused within that. And Eclipse, I love it because I get to be a part of that action as well, and my character is in it throughout, so I got to do a lot more. And it's a very intense kind of story. It's a story about revenge. It's a story about basically our whole family is threatened. So I'm the father of that family. So it's very hard on my character because I'm trying to keep them protected and still keep the calm within the family. Yet there's a deep threat to us, and we can't figure out where that threat is coming from. So it's very frustrating for my character. And then towards the end, we have a huge battle sequence, and you get to see my character in a way that you've never seen him before, because he's usually very buttoned up and very calm and tries to appear human-like all the time. And in this battle sequence, you get to see all of his vampire qualities kind of come out and see him actually protecting his family.
You also have a new member of the cast of Bryce Dallas Howard had to step in, and I think that was a huge responsibility because she was taking over a role that had been established. How did she do?
I think she did wonderful. I haven't seen the final product. I know that I had stuff where we worked together, and I thought she was lovely. So I'm hoping that the audience accepts her in this role. And it was a shame that Rochelle couldn't do it. She's a friend, and we love her dearly. She had conflicts, and Bryce came and stepped in, and I think it'll be good.
What is it like for you, sort of as an older, established actor who's been working for a long time, to see these kids blossom in front of your eyes? I mean, Robert and Kristen and Taylor.
I think it's fantastic that they're getting this opportunity at such a young age, where to shine. And I hope that they take that opportunity and continue and shape a career out of it. I know Kristen has been doing it for a long time, so more so. Rob and Taylor are kind of just coming into it, but yeah, I'm looking. I think they're really talented. I think they'll be around for a while.
Also, the DVD's coming out.
Yes, New Moon
comes
out
as we tape this. The DVD's coming out this weekend.
This weekend.
Do you know much about the DVD?
I don't, but I'm looking forward to seeing. Usually they put some deleted scenes on there, some cut scenes, or sometimes they lengthen scenes. And I'm looking forward to seeing those.
Some outtakes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Some Cullen Clan outtakes.
Hopefully.
What would be on that?
What I'm really hoping for, there's a stitching scene that I did with Kristen, and it was pared down a little bit, and some of the dialogue was taken out, and some of the dialogue I really liked. It was some of my favorite dialogue that was in the book. There's a line that Carlisle says, Kristen asks him, it must have been really hard for you when you got bit. And he says, like everything else in life, I had to decide what to do with what I was given, which is such a strong line for me, and it's so symbolic for just life in general, that I liked that line in the scene, and it was in the book, and for some reason it got cut to shorten down the scene, or maybe I just said it really poorly and they cut it out. No, but I'm hoping that they expanded that scene and put that back in.
Who's going to direct the last movie? Who's directing Breaking Dawn?
I don't know. I've heard so many names. Are you up for it?
I am up for it.
Okay, I'll put my votes in for you.
Thank you. Who would you like to see directed? I mean, I know you're probably going to give me a politically correct answer, but some pretty good names are being thrown out there.
What's been thrown out? Because I don't even pay attention to them because I know half of them are false, but I'd love to know what's being thrown out.
Billy Wilder.
Okay.
Werner Herzog.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia Coppola. Seriously, Sophia Coppola.
Sophia Coppola.
Gus Van Sant.
I like Gus Van Sant. I love Sophia Coppola too, but I've always liked Gus Van Sant for some reason. Maybe because we shot the first movie in Portland, so I know that's his hometown, and maybe it would bring us back to Portland for the fourth one, and we could all hang out with Gus. I love his movies.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, if it should be Sophia Coppola, we'll be sure to send this video to her.
Hey, wait, let me do a take where I say Sophia Coppola so she gets it that I could say, I love Sophia Coppola.
You don't get that opportunity. Sorry, pal. Peter Facinelli, we can catch you on Nurse Jackie and all the Twilight movies. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
For ABC News Radio and abcnewsradio.com, I'm David Blaustein.